Let me prepare you for what the sheets are going to show, because I would rather you heard it from me on Wednesday than discover it alone on Sunday. Most of it will be ordinary, 30 sessions. Most of them produce nothing remarkable. You knew that at the time. You logged the flatness, and it was correct to log it. A handful of candidate patterns, most of which died when you tested them. 2 or 3 stables in the lexicon, if you scored honestly. A void that has favored one region, which may be a fact about the field or may be a fact about your dealing hand, and which you may or may not have managed to settle. That is the field. That is what 30 honest days look like. And I want to say this as plainly as I can. That's not disappointing. That is what measurement produces. Anyone whose 30 days produced a revelation was not measuring. They were composing. Think about what a spectacular 30-day yield would actually imply. It would mean that every pattern you noticed held, that nothing died, that your first guesses about your own field were all correct, and you know precisely what an instrument that confirms everything is worth. You have known it since day 4 when I told you about the smoke detector that never stops going off. A modest, mostly flat, honestly scored month is the signature of a working instrument. The flatness is not the absence of a result. The flatness is the result. And sitting inside that flatness will be 2 or 3 things that survived everything you can throw at it. Those are yours, and they are worth more than a notebook full of wonders that were never tested. So what should you actually be hunting for when you build these sheets and when you sit down on Sunday? One thing, and it will not announce itself, and it will not be the thing you're hoping to find. Something you did not expect, that you did not want, and that you recorded anyway because the procedure made you. Go looking for that. It's the single most valuable object in your notebook, and I suspect you have walked past it several times. It might be a void that sat stubbornly where you had no interest in it, a pattern that failed when you were certain it would hold, a mismatch between geometry and cards that you refuse to resolve and which is still sitting there unresolved, annoying you. A miss you scored honestly on a night when nobody would have known if you had softened it. Every other finding in your log could, in principle, have been produced by wanting. That one could not. That one arrived against your wanting, and it is on the page only because you had built a machine that does not care what you want. That is the thing you actually made this month, not the findings, the machine. And the proof that the machine works is sitting somewhere in those 30 pages in the form of something you would rather not have written down and wrote down anyway. If your 30 days produced one of those, the month paid for itself. Everything else is commentary. Your drill. 1. Question in step 0. Session as normal. Sweep first. Every region in fixed order. Then consult your declare test. 2 sessions left after tonight, and the tests are still running. 2. Sheet 1. The geometry tally. 30 rows. 28 of them can be filled in tonight, and you will add the last 2 as they happen. Pattern type, dominant zone, isolate present, void location. 3. Sheet 2. The void overlay. All of them on one outline. 2 colors, neutral and questioned. This is the sheet that answers the book's first question, and it is the sheet that will surprise you. 4. Sheet 3, the score sheet. Every claim, its window, its verdict, and nothing left blank. If it cannot be scored and it cannot be tested, void it tonight, dated with the reason. You did this on day 25. Finish it now. 5. And throughout, extract, do not read. You are a clerk tonight. The reading happens on Sunday, and it will be better for having waited. This will take you longer than a session does. 2 hours perhaps. It is the least glamorous evening of the entire practicum. It is also the evening that makes day 30 into a measurement rather than a memorial. That is day 28. On day 30, you bring all 30 maps to the table, and the book asks you 3 questions. What has the void consistently refused to show? What geometry recurred? And what changed between day 1 and today? Every one of those is answered by counting. So tonight, you build the instrument that lets you count. 3 sheets extracted from 30 pages by a clerk who does not stop to read. Because 30 pages will yield a story if you want one badly enough. And you will want one, and you will find it, and it will be moving. And much of it will have been written by the parts of the mind of the person doing the reading. That is the wallpaper face on the last day, wearing the shape of your own journey. It is the most seductive form it will ever take. And the defense is the one you have used for 28 days. Do not trust the reading. Take the measurement. Count first. Let the story assemble itself out of numbers you did not choose in advance. That is the only kind of story about yourself that is worth having, and it is the only kind that will still be true in a year. 2 sessions left, and when you build those sheets tonight, keep one eye open for the thing I told you to hunt. Something you did not expect, did not want, and recorded anyway, because the procedure made you. Find that, and the month has paid for itself. You are not asked to believe. You're asked to record. I'm Dr. Rivka Edery. I'm signing off on day 28 of Spatial Psy.D. I'm so looking forward to seeing you on day 29. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye for now.